Make sure to watch part 1 of this story before watching this video. I'll have it linked down below, or you can click the top right of the screen right now. Recently in Clash of Clans, the Master Builder has gained a new automated friend who looks like he's going to do all of the Master Builder's tasks for him. And with all this newfound free time, the Master Builder is planning on visiting the regular base plenty more. But now instead of taking his rowboat, he's going to ride a barbarian all the way between the two bases on his underwater taxi service. So why did the Master Builder wait until now to build himself an automated builder friend? And why did the Master Builder wait until now to join the other builders in the home village? Find out all of that inside of today's story, the O.T.To's origin story. So for nearly 2 years, the Master Builder enjoyed his time on his small island. He got to create many powerful defenses like the Crusher, the Roaster, the Mega Tesla, and many more. He even got to encounter many super powerful new troops like the Boxer Giant, the Super P.E.K.K.A, and even other troops like the Hog Glider. He didn't have anyone telling him what he could and couldn't build here. It was pretty great. Although being stuck on his own little island did take its toll on the Master Builder. He was getting really tired of always being around the same troops all the time. He was getting especially mad that the Barbarian was always angry and constantly destroying things for no apparent reason, and the sneaky Archer who was always being super creepy by lurking in the shadows and creeping up on him, and the fact that the Super P.E.K.K.A was constantly leaking radioactivity from its armor, and that there was a risk that any moment it could blow up him and the rest of the base at any given moment. So the Master Builder really needed a break. So one day he decided to craft a tiny little rowboat out of some spare materials that he had gotten from a shipwreck that had happened a long time ago. Long after the shipwreck, there was still debris that was washing up on shore, which was too bad because the Hog Rider could have really used all those materials a long time ago to get back to his home village. But nonetheless, everything worked out for the Hog Rider, and the Master Builder was able to craft himself another little rowboat. Unfortunately though, the raft was only big enough to support one person. And so the Master Builder set sail to go visit the home base, by using a map that the Hog Rider had drew from his memory. It was a long journey back to the home village, but he eventually made it. The Master Builder went and met his fellow builders, and when the other builders saw him, they expected him to be super mad, but instead the Master Builder decided to forgive them. He told them that he actually liked his life on his own little island a lot since he could make whatever he wanted with no one in charge of him. But he did say that he was getting lonely over there, and wished he could come back here and work with his fellow builders every now and then. The other builders obviously didn't want him back and messing up their buildings because that was literally why they kicked him out of their base in the first place. But since they saw that he was feeling apologetic and humbled, they decided to give him a chance. But the builder first had to get permission from the Barbarian King and Queen since they pretty much ran the village. The builders were expecting to have to answer a lot of questions about who this new builder was and why there was 6 of them now, but instead, when they met the King and Queen, the builders asked if it was alright that their friend, the Master Builder, helped out around the village a little bit. And the King and Queen didn't even look at the builders, and they just simply said, yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. So the builders looked at each other and were wondering what the heck just happened, but since they got a yes, they decided to just leave before they started asking any more questions or changing their minds. So the builders went to go tell Bob the good news, and Bob was ecstatic and couldn't wait to show the builders some of his new creations. But to burst his bubble, the other builders weren't as excited. They told him that they didn't want him changing or adding a bunch of new defenses because they worked really hard on all of the ones they already have. The Master Builder's energy quickly dialed down slightly after hearing that. And then the Master Builder then looked around and saw countless numbers of defenses. He counted 7 or 8 cannons and then like 8 or 9 archer towers and 4 mortars, 4 wizard towers. There was a ton of defenses. He then said to the builders that there were so many of each defense, would it really matter that much if he just upgraded one of those defenses? And then he promised, I won't do anything different to them, I swear, I'll just upgrade it just like you guys would. The builders got into a small huddle and quickly had a debate. And then they went back over to the Master Builder and then they told him, fine, you can upgrade 1 cannon, and they will decide based off of that. The Master Builder smiled and said, great, and then he walked over to the closest cannon and immediately got to work. He worked on it for days, and when he finally finished, the other builders came over to take a quick look. It took them a millisecond to realize that the cannon he had upgraded was not a regular cannon. Somehow the Master Builder literally combined 2 cannons into one, and made some sort of double cannon. So the builders went over to the Master Builder who was sitting there, exhausted from upgrading the cannon for a few days straight. The builders looked at him and asked, what the heck was that? The Master Builder looked up, acting all confused, and then replied with, what do you mean? So the builders clarified by telling him, "You promised that you would upgrade it just like we would." The master builder, who was still confused, looked behind him to see that the cannon he had just upgraded was in fact no regular cannon. He looked it up and down from the ground up and said out loud, "Ah crap, not again." And then he explained to the builders that he was just so used to upgrading his cannons as double cannons that he must have accidentally turned the cannon into a double cannon. He apologized a ton and then said that it would never happen again. But the builders weren't having it. They said that he wasn't going to get a second chance, and then they sent him back on his rowboat and he went back to his builder base. The master builder was really sad that he had got kicked out not only once, but twice. So he sailed back to his builder base and went back to work as he usually did. He kept telling himself that he didn't even really want to go back to the home base, and that he was happier here by himself. But that wasn't really the case. So the master builder went back to his everyday life for a while and kept pretending. But then, a month or two later, the master builder started to get annoyed by the rage barbarian when he kept smashing his buildings whenever he had a little temper tantrum, and then when the boxer giants would practice on his own defenses. The master builder had had enough once again, and needed a break, so he set sail back to the home village. And when he got there, he begged and pleaded for a second chance. The builders were all hesitant about it, but they thought that the master builder seemed genuine about his apology, and that he would listen this time around. So they decided to give him a second chance. But this time, just to make sure that they didn't have a repeat of last time, they let him upgrade an archer tower instead, because they figured there's no way he could mess up a simple archer tower, right? So for the next few days, he worked on the archer tower, and when he was finished, the other builders came over to look at it. And when they saw it, they were shockingly pleased to see that the master builder actually listened to them. And when they went to go say thank you to the master builder for listening, they saw that the archer tower just shrunk. It looked like the archer tower sunk into the ground and was about half the height of a regular tower. The builders then looked over at the master builder and looked at him in disgust, and then told him to leave. So once again, the master builder was sent back to his builder base. Then a few months later, the master builder was getting bored and annoyed on his builder base. So once again, he set sail for the home base. And once again, he gave them a long apology and then begged and pleaded, and once again the builders gave in. But this time they told him, "We don't trust you with our cannons or archer towers, so you can have one last try on our least favorite defense that we rarely ever use, the mortar." So once again, the master builder got to work and started upgrading the mortar. And a few days later, he finished the mortar and the builders came over to check on it. This time it wasn't as subtle. There was straight up 3 mortars all jammed into one, and the builders all looked over at each other and then told the master builder that this was the last straw and he was never allowed back at the home village ever again. So again, the master builder sailed back to his builder base. Then a few months later, once he got bored again, he sailed over to the home base, but this time when he got there, the builders all immediately told him to screw off, and that he was out of free chances. He was never allowed back, and then they told him that if he ever came back, the wizard was instructed to burn his little rowboat. So this time, the master builder went back to his builder base. He was extremely sad and upset since this likely meant that he would be trapped on this island forever. So for a long time, he stayed on his little builder island, with no chance of ever going back. Until one day, he received a note from a barbarian. The note wrote that they were getting super swamped back at the main village and they really needed the extra hands. They wished they could get the other troops to help out, but it turned out that the witch, the giant, the barbarian, and the hog were all incompetent at building things, so they really needed Bob's help. The note continued to say that they would need this help for an extended period of time since there was just a brand new update that came out with a lot of new stuff to upgrade. So they suggested that he got someone to take over his base while he was gone. So the builder quickly looked around his village seeing who would take his spot, but after a quick look, it became evident to him that none of the troops were going to be capable of replacing him. So instead, he resorted to building his own builder assistant. So he decided to go back to his builder hall and pick up his old friend, the builder bot that had originally got him sent off his base. He had never rebuilt it since he never had the materials to do so. So he quickly had to find some materials. But unfortunately, he had just upgraded his builder hall to builder hall 9 and he was completely out of materials. So he had nothing to upgrade his builder bot with. But then he looked over at his rowboat and realized that he used all of his extra materials from the shipwreck to build that rowboat. And then he figured that he had no use for that rowboat anymore, so he could just destroy it, since any time that the wizard would see that rowboat, he was instructed to destroy it. So he used the wood from the old rowboat to make the bot. He then grabbed a wheel from a broken cannon cart and attached that as its legs. Next, he attached some of his old tools to be used as the bot's hands, and then he used the Hog Rider's telescope, which was from the shipwreck from a long time ago, and he used that to be the builder bot's eye. And last but not least, he grabbed an antenna that he placed on top of its head that he could use to communicate with it. So after he finished putting it all together, he had to test it out. But then he realized that he didn't know what to call his bot. So he decided to be super unimaginative about it and name it the official time-saving titanium occupant, or for short, O.T.T.O. So he then asked O.T.T.O to build him something, and then the Autobot quickly zoomed off to build something, as if he had been waiting for this moment for years and years. Which in fact he had, since he was just laying around in the Master Builder's Builder Hall for a few years. The Master Builder wasn't the only one impressed by all of the Builderbot's work. All of the troops came over to watch their new little Builderbot work his magic. And while all the troops were watching, the Master Builder hopped onto the Barbarian's back and they made their way back to the home village. And that takes us to where we are now, where the Master Builder will be able to permanently stay in the home village as long as he would like. But only time will tell if he has learned his lesson about gearing up defenses, and if he will abide by the other builders' rules. And that there is the Master Builder's story, and the origin of how the Autobot was brought into the world of Clash. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you do drop a like on the video and subscribe for more story videos and Brawl Stars. Also, make sure you do comment down below which story I should do next. I've been posting your guys' comments as a little shout out at the beginning of each video for everyone that suggests a certain story. So if you guys do want to be featured at the start of one of my videos, make sure you comment down a suggestion and then like other people's comments which you agree with, and then I will go back, screenshot them, and add them into future videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all soon. Peace out. Hey guys, before we get into the live attack, I quickly wanted to mention one thing for you guys to consider. So basically, in one of my previous videos that I will have linked down below in the description and in the comments down below, basically I did a sponsorship with a game company called Mino, and basically what I did was, if my video gets over 100,000 views, I'm going to be getting paid a bit of extra money. And so if you guys can help me get that video to 100,000 views before the July 30th, I believe it is, then I will go ahead and do another huge giveaway this next month coming up. So for August, instead of doing a $100 giveaway as I was planning, I will go ahead and make it a $200 giveaway. Either we can have 2 winners of $100 or we can do 4 winners of $50. Totally up to you guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to do. But basically, if you guys want to be awesome and basically just rewatch that video, just refresh the page, and I just want to get it to 100,000 views so that I can get that bonus, and then I can help give part of that money to you guys in return. That would be absolutely amazing. So I will leave that video linked in the description and in the comments if you guys do want to help me out. Totally optional, but if you guys do feel like being awesome, I will leave it there for you guys. Anyways, on to the live attacks. Hey, what is going on, you guys? Hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. And in the spirit of the Autobot story, we're going to try and make some progress towards getting the actual Autobot itself. So as you can see right here, let me just go ahead and quickly pull it up and figure out where it is. Alright, here it is. Auto Hut level 2. And to upgrade it, we need to upgrade our cannon carts, our Mega Tesla, and our battle machine to level 30. Which evidently I am very far from doing. I literally need 20 levels of just my battle machine alone, and then I need about a ton more levels for my cannon cart, and then a ton more levels for my Mega Tesla as well. So we aren't even close, but you know what, we're gonna go ahead and try and make a bit of progress towards actually unlocking that finally. So what better way to start than with a single attack and hopefully unlock us a little bit of loot. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the base here, and then I have no idea how to attack for builder bases, really, to be honest. So let's just go ahead and attack from the top left. We'll spat a few giants in there to defend, hopefully some mortar hits, some flamethrower, I forget what it's called, the roaster, and also some big bombs. Hopefully we can defend against some of those. And while these guys go ahead and hopefully take out this entire base, I just wanted to remind you guys about the giveaway that I am hosting. There's gonna be 2 winners of $50 each, and it is literally the easiest giveaway possible to enter. You don't even have to be subscribed. All you have to do is like the video and then comment down below using hashtag giveaway and then answer my question of the day. It's super simple, and anyone can win. You don't even have to be subscribed, so I strongly recommend you guys do it. You guys can even enter multiple times as long as you give me different answers when you do the hashtag giveaway and then you answer the question. But yeah, and looking back here at our attack, looks like it isn't going too hot actually. Looks like we actually walked right into his trap, so we're only gonna get 36%, but honestly it still could be enough to win us the battle. Unlikely, but we'll see. Let's see how he did on our base. So he got 76%. He destroyed us. So, you know what? We're going to stay away from that builder base because that was embarrassing. And yeah. Let's quickly go ahead and run into an attack here. We don't really have any clan castle troops or anything, but the clouds aren't too long anymore. In fact, we already found a base right now. So we're going to go ahead and do a really quick attack because I believe this video is getting kind of long and I also have to get going for a dinner or something. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly spam them down, see if we can actually get a win. I'm going to go from the bottom here. There's usually lot of seeking air mines right there. Alright, so now that we found those, I need to switch this to that. And then we're gonna go ahead and spam all of our electro drags here. Do that. We'll get some heal spells, we'll rage, we'll freeze that eagle artillery, and then we'll just spam everything else down. Alright, now that we got everything down, we're gonna go ahead and freeze that. And then we're gonna get a rage spell going here. Usually I would have another rage spell, but unfortunately I don't have clan castle troops. So, which I do I? I don't know, I can't really click on that clan on my siege machine. Alright. All we need to do is get to that town hall. Do I have any clan castle troops? I do not. Alright, this is going to be incredibly difficult then. We have about 2.5 electro dragons left. None of them have any health. I think we're going to take 2 L's this on these live attacks. So I get for doing little rush attacks. Alright, we got some decent loot though, but we did lose 21 trophies. I already pushed 2 Legends League, so that's actually not, I don't really mind as much, because I honestly didn't have time to do 8 attacks every single day, and I literally got booted out of Legends League within like 2 days. But anyways, that is gonna wrap it up for this video. Make sure you guys do drop a like and then comment down below using hashtag giveaway, and then or just comment down below saying whatever. But yeah, like the video, comment to enter the giveaway, and then also subscribe if you guys want to, and then make sure to check back soon, or subscribe and turn notifications on, because I will be posting a ton of new story videos coming up soon, hopefully. They do take a really long time to edit, so I do appreciate your guys' patience, because I've literally been working on this last video for like multiple days and like editing for like 4 or 5 hours each day, and it does take a really long time for the whole process of brainstorming the ideas, writing the script, recording it, editing, then doing like the thumbnails and all the artwork and all that. It does take a long time, so I really do appreciate your guys' patience. But anyways, I gotta get running to a dinner, so I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.